Guys, for the second time on the Mind Your Autistic Brain Talk Show, I am getting to welcome my friend, Dr. Mordi Benhamou, who is the most incredibly talented musician. He is also a published author of the book, Autism, Falafel, and Rock and Roll. And you guys can jump back into season 1 and hear the amazing discussion that we have about his book. Today, we're all about the music because this man is so incredibly talented, super, super soulful. I mean, his music makes me super happy. It is like stem dance happy kind of music, but it's also soulful. And he has written a very special song that we get a sneak peek of. It's nowhere else. You're not going to hear it anyplace else, but we're going to get a little live rendition of it today. Mordi. Hi, I'm Carole Jean, founder and host of Mind Your Autistic Brain Talk Show and Community. And you're about to experience the new way to thrive in life and relationships as a late identified autistic by unveiling who you are, how you communicate, finding your self-care plan from the inside out, and being the authentic creator of your best life. Get ready, because this is where we go against the mainstream, say no to outdated society norms, and we say yes to who we are in order to create a joy-filled, balanced, and more neurodistinct world. Welcome to Mind Your Autistic Brain. Today, Mordi, welcome to the show.
Hi, how you doing?
I am fantastic. And you know, as part of the new segment series in the talk show, we're talking about accommodations. And one of the things for so many in our Mind Your Autistic Brain community, we have lots of musicians, we have lots of artists and creators, and seeking the accommodations that we need for ourselves and sort of navigating these public spaces when we're engaging in our passion. That's what you and I are talking about today. So Mordi, share with us your music, what you're doing right now, because you went on tour this summer. You have just been incredibly busy. Your songs are topping the charts. Tell us about what's going on in your music career right now.
I'm a session and a touring guitarist, so I'm working with several artists here in Israel and outside of Israel. I've been touring in this summer and in December. I have my own music. I'm writing, producing, everything, playing guitar. I'm not singing. I'm not good enough for that.
Now I have to object because you and Ronnie do some beautiful duets. So
okay,
you definitely sing well in my book.
I do backing vocals, but not more than this, I think. And I released my album this year and few songs. I have to say that most of the musicians with me are autistics, as we are. I have a really good friend, Asaf Markovic, that is a good, an amazing drummer, autistic as am I, helping me with producing and getting the songs out. And I have today a new song called Full of Emptiness. If you want to speak about it, feel free. And this is my, my news. My book is running in Hebrew, is bestseller in Israel, and came out this year in English, and is doing well in on Amazon. And as a musician, my regular journey, dealing with being an autistic, meeting people, recording, touring, being on scenes, and finding myself with my specificity between all those neurotypicals.
That's always a little bit tough to navigate sometimes when there's just lots of people and you're trying to figure out where you have to go and what you have to do. And what are some things that you have found like when you are touring, when you're going to a new venue, what are some things that help you sort of, get where you need to go, stay in your zone, not get overwhelmed? What works for you, Mordi?
And first of all, I have to come really soon on the place of the performance to understand the place, to feel the place, and to feel more quiet. The earliest I come, the more quiet and cool I am. And if I can't see the place before, if I can do my balance, for musicians, we have to do our balance before the show. If I don't do it really early in the day, I feel really stressed and overwhelmed, and for sure it will affect my abilities on the scene. So the first thing for me is to come really early. I have my or in-ear monitor or some stuff like that to help me to cope with the acousticity of the place. Acousticity, is that right? Okay.
Acoustics, yes.
Acoustics. Thank you. And I have always to play on the left of the scene. And if I don't play on the left of the scene, I am totally lost, overwhelmed, and it can't cause me not to perform. So all the producers working with me know that if they want me to play with them, I have to be on the left side of the scene.
Hey, those are some good things to know about yourself. I mean, and you learned that through what wasn't working, right? So are there things that, do you have sort of, you get there early, you have your headset, you have to, you're on the left side. Is that part of, do you sort of have a ritual or a steps that you go through for this that you've created for yourself over time? What are some of those other things for you?
Yes, I can. I bring my gear on the stage, and I have my ritual. My ritual is coming early, being with my headphones set, being on the left, and I'm creating my space on the stage. I have my pedal board with some effects for the guitar. I place my amp on the stage and my guitars, and I'm creating my space. And from stage to stage, this space is the same all the time. So I feel it's kind of home, So I feel comfortable being on the left, being with my stuff, my gear placed as I know. So it's getting me really more cool, more quiet, less overwhelmed. And but they're surprised, this is performing. Sometimes the scenes are really big and it's fun. Sometimes the tiny stages. Sometimes the crowd is shouting or all this
Yeah.
and it's really hard for me to deal with. So I have to decide if I want to hear the sound on the stage as it is, or being with the in-ear monitors. Being with the in-ear monitors, it's like to be cut of the experience, and but there are some surprises with the crowd. I'm protected. We played in Jerusalem last month. It was a huge performance, and the crowd was absolutely terrific, and really didn't stop to shout. And for me, it was really overwhelmed. And between the songs, I was like this all the time. It was really hard for me.
wife is absolutely beautiful, and she is a stunning woman, and she
She's
has been
my
featured on some of your cover art.
Yeah, she's my African flower. I have a song named African Flower based on my feelings for her.
I know, and it's actually on my playlist, and I listen to it. I love it. It's such a beautiful song. It's so romantic
Yes,
and touching.
this song is on several radio stations in the West Coast in the USA.
Listen, you have been hitting radio stations. You have been playing these huge coliseums. So I'm curious, Mordi, when you and your like some of your bandmates are playing in these big venues, do the promoters publicize that you are autistic, that there are sensory differences or anything to the crowd when they're there in those big arenas? Do you guys talk about that at all? Is it ever discussed?
And speaking is not my strongest point. Um, my part is to play, to write, to compose, to perform. But when it's coming to promoting, to speak out, or to lead the people, or to get my songs heard in the on internet, on radio station, or on TV, it's most of the time it's how to say it's luck. I don't really do nothing for this. It's really stressful for me to promote, to speak with people, to explain to them that they must hear my music, and to post about it. I don't really like it. I wish I was rich enough to pay someone to do this, but I am not rich enough. So anyway, sometimes I have to promote, to post, but I really don't like it. So,
Well, you know what? You're rich in friends like me, like all some of our other friends that we share in common. And those of us who love to talk and love to share these kind of things, we love to do that for you. And that is our gift and blessing in return for the gift that you give us of your music and your beautiful talent.
Yeah.
Look, Mordi, that's part of who we are. And we're parents. We're also professionals, and we have all kinds of things that we do, and our children are part of our life. That's part of the accommodation in our life, is that people have to recognize that we are moms and dads.
Yeah, absolutely.
So one of the things I want to share with everyone is you have some of the best resources on YouTube for pedals. You have an amazing collection that you've reviewed. You talk about pedals, you compare them. I mean, Mordi, this is something you are really good at. You're very knowledgeable in. So if you guys are out there and you're wondering about pedals, you want to know something about a specific pedal, or you want some insights, go check out the Autistic Guitarist on YouTube. Mordi has phenomenal insights. He's got great reviews on pedals. Mordi, I know that you love doing this. You have got a collection of pedals. It's just like insane.
Yeah, thank you. Each time I review a pedal, I write a song for the pedal, for the review. So it gives me the drive to write music. So pedals, I really like it, but I think it's how to say it, a way to get motivated to create, to write music, and to improve my guitar skills.
Oh man. Well, first of all, your skills are like mad crazy good. Guys, if you are listening to this talk show on Spotify, which I highly encourage you to do, because Spotify has wonderful engagement tools. There's polls, there's question and answer sections, but there's also video. You can also watch this talk show as well as listen to it. But If you're on Spotify right now, I highly suggest go hit the search when you get through, even go down in the show notes, click on the link because I will have a playlist of Mordi's music for you to go check out and listen to. And Mordi has a special gift for us today. He's going to play some of his new song that's all about being autistic. Mordi, I'm going to give this to you. You take it away.
So this is it. I don't want to bother you with my music and clips, but if you want, if you are interested in it, it will be out today on YouTube and in the few following days on Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, and everything.
Oh, Mordi. Well, first of all, it's never a bother because I love it. And I love the lyrics. You know, I'm in my world, I'm in my bubble. And that is, I think, speaks so passionately to our experience.
Yeah, and the story behind the song is that when I am overwhelmed, my wife, neurotypical, is ask me what do I feel, and I always answer her, I feel empty, full of emptiness. I don't succeed to get connected to myself and to my feelings, as I'm coping with getting connected with others' feelings. So because of being overwhelmed by all those feelings, it looks like my brain preferred to get disconnected. And so I feel this big emptiness, I can't explain it. So I kind of wrote this song for to explain my wife what I'm feeling when I'm overwhelmed, when I'm dealing with communicating or being in social places or trying to understand feelings. So this is a song.
Mordi, I love it. And this song really speaks to my heart because, you know, I experienced the same thing or something very similar. And with alexithymia, it's even harder because sometimes I feel everything and nothing at the same time. And I don't always have the words to explain it. And your song and the lyrics and just the way that the music makes me feel, it really describes that experience that I've had. And to know that you've written this song and you've expressed your experience of it in this way, it really makes me feel more connected to another person that understands how this disconnected feeling feels. It's really
Yeah,
good.
it's really interesting what you're saying, because there are some good research speaking about autistic communication. And autism is defined as a lack of communication, but autistics between them are communicating pretty well upon this research. So telling that autism is a lack of communication is not right, because autistics between them are communicating pretty right, um, pretty well. So I really like this, this possibility that we have autistics to understand one each other, and for me to get my song understood by other autistics and by neurotypicals. I wish it will happen too, because I wanted it was aimed to explain to a neurotypical, my wife, what I'm feeling. But it's amazing for me to write a song, and through my music and my lyrics to get the people understand it. And it was quite obvious for me that autistics would understand it.
Well, we do. And it's so beautiful to have someone express it this way, because, for so many of us, music is where we find an expression of an emotion we might be experiencing, but can't put words to. And your song is going to help do that. It is a bridge, a translation between neurotypes of describing some of the things that we in the autistic population experience. And I love this so much. Thank you for the gift of this song. Thank you for writing it, for sharing it, for being brave to be vulnerable and to look for a way to explain what happens in here and in here, in our head and our hearts, to the people that we love. Because that's really what it comes down to, is connecting and sharing our unique experience with the people that matter in our lives, in our relationships. And your wife is that beautiful relationship in your life. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, but I feel a little bit guilty, because writing a song of me loving my wife, or about being autistic, or stuff like this, in some way I feel that now I have an excuse not to communicate, because I wrote songs. So you want to understand me? You want to understand me, so listen to my songs and leave me alone. And my wife told me, don't feel because you wrote me a song that you don't have to tell me that you love me and to show me that you love me. And so in some way inside of me, I felt that I did my job. So leave me, you leave me alone. But you all leave me. But
Mordi, I get it.
It doesn't work like this.
No, it doesn't. But I totally get it. Mordi, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for sharing your experience as a musician and a creator, for sharing your song with us. And guys, be sure you go check out my Spotify list with the amazing Mordi Benhamou and all of his gorgeous songs, from African Flower to the one you heard today, which is coming out today, which is, of course, ahead of the show. So it will be in the playlist for you to listen to and watch. And go check him out on YouTube at the Autistic Guitarist to get more insights, to hear some of these beautiful duets that he and Ronnie have performed together as well. Don't miss out. And if you need a new read, if you have not yet read Autism, Falafel, and Rock and Roll, go get it. It is a fantastic book. And I love the way Mordi writes. So go get it. Thanks for being here, Mordi.
Thank you, Carole Jean.
If you are someone who likes to help people and share what has made a difference in your life, Please share this talk show with a friend and on your social media accounts so that you can be the blessing in another late identified autistic's life. Be sure to tag me at Social Autie so I can personally say thank you. And to help keep the talk show ad-free, please consider becoming a one-time or a recurring supporter through either Buy Me a Coffee or the Anchor podcast links in the show notes below. I truly appreciate your support. Thank you for being a listener, and thank you for adding your voice to our story.